Hello, Crosspoint family. This is Julia Dave Frankhauser. 2020 has been a year full of challenges, but also God's provisions. We've seen God work in many ways, and we've had many challenges to work through. I want to encourage you with a song from Scott Wesley Brown that simply states, there is no problem too big, God cannot solve it. There is no mountain too tall, God cannot move it. There is no storm too dark, God cannot calm it. And there is no sorrow too deep, He cannot soothe it. Oh, if He carried the weight of the world upon His shoulders, I know, my brother and sister, that He will carry you. And that's certainly been for us through 2020, through this past year. The Lord carry us through all of the challenges that He provisioned through them.
Hi Crosspoint family, Chris, Amanda, and Annabelle LeMay here. We know that 2020 was so hard for a lot of people, but for us it brought us Annabelle, and she was born just the day before the hospital shut visitors down, and has just been our bright light and the greatest gift from God in the year 2020. Hey Crosspoint family, we had to cut our other video a little bit short because there was a bunch of elk that were just about to come towards us. So the other thing that we wanted to add from the LeMay family is that since becoming new parents, one of the most amazing things, especially in new parents to a toddler now that Annabelle is 1, is that your whole day is spent ruining their day by trying to keep them alive. And everything that you take away from them that could be dangerous, they think it was the best toy they ever got. And it's just the best representation of God that I think that you can ever comprehend. And just the fact that when things are taken away from us, sometimes it seems really painful and we don't understand, but just trusting that God really does have the better plan in mind. And we've just seen God's provision over and over and over again as new parents in 2020, and we are just so glad to share that with you. Happy Easter.
Hi Crosspoint family, this is Josh and Corianne Frankhauser, and we're here to talk about the fact that our lovely wedding date was set for June 6th, 2020.
Yeah, we weren't sure how planning in a pandemic was going to plan out, but it worked. Things that got us through this last year are definitely our family.
You work together, you support your family, and you trust in the Lord your God. He always comes through for you.
Yes.
As you can hear by our testimonies, God has interceded in a number of different ways. Some of you may have faced death in 2020 as I did. My mom passed away in December, and that was a very difficult time for me. But God provisioned the last couple of years. I have a job that allows me to travel back and forth, so I have been able to see her every 3 or 4 months these last few years of her life. God has been with us in all these activities, and I know that He can be with you too. Whether it's in life, new life, as we saw in Annabelle, new love and new marriage, as we saw in Josh and Corianne, or the death of a parent or a loved one, as we saw as a result of